Alright, we're back with Pokemon Shining Pearl, and last time we were ascending the mountain to confront Team Galactic once again up here in Mount Coronet, and it turns out I thought that this would be the summit, but it isn't. We still have a couple more people. I'm pretty sure we're still pretty close, but the fact remains we're not quite at the top. So she says, "You've worked so hard to get here. You should be proud of yourself. And now I'll send you packing with only that happy thought." Yes, nice setup. Move this over here. Aha, we know what to do here, don't we? Perfective. Oh, nice dodge there, pal. I'm gonna have to remember to look at rollouts. Wow. Rollouts accuracy, because I swear it's more accurate than it used to be. Bronzor. That's not a good thing for rock. Let's see. That's just steel type. Well, it's steel and psychic. So I think dark would be. Well, maybe dark wouldn't be. Anyway, we know fire would be. And fighting as well, apparently. What level is he? I think, yeah, he's a lot higher level than that Bronzor. Glam Meow. Let's see, that's normal type. This would be low level enough, so we can send her in without dying, and then we can get money because of the coins he's carrying. Electro Ball. Retaliate. Uh-oh. That could be a problem. 17 HP left. Ooh. Alright, well, we better go with what works. I was thinking going Discharge. Wow, Discharge is more powerful than I thought. Maybe we were using a different move earlier? Anyway, we know this does more than half HP, so we should probably use it. And then I think we'll be able to, because the battle will end, we won't take poison damage. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Well, either way, at least we got the experience. Yeah, okay, cool. Wha? How dare you? That's how you respond to my generosity? Yes, very generous. We couldn't stop you. We'll be discarded as useless. Our boss is ruthless that way. Oh, maybe we are now at the summit. Okay, well in that case, let's start healing people. Wow, cool. Let's go with the tip and work our way to the top. Super potions would be fine. Aha. For her, oops, she could just use a regular potion. What's going on here? Swap. Oh, there it is. Restore. Or did I say her? I suppose I did, didn't I? Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. I guess I'll just do a regular potion for him. One, two. And I suppose we want to put her in the front so that we guarantee something. Oh, yeah. Guarantee money. Something huge is going to happen, I think. Maybe, right? Don't meddle around. Of course you're going to, aren't you? That's why the two of us will team up to take you down to the ground. Ooh, are we going to have a double fight with the admins ahead? Or commanders, rather? That's cool. Dust Ox. I see. Okay, about what I thought. Wow. Didn't think about that. We don't have anybody that... Okay. I guess she won't be doing that. I guess she could do this. And you could do that. Wait, what? Super effective. What level was that guy? It's pretty low level to die to that so easily. I mean, it's 80 powered, so... This is working, right? Okay. Oh man, all the poison. And why wasn't this paralyzed? As a consequence, that just did barely little any damage. Don't want double edge. Wow, what the heck? That time Retaliate did a lot of damage. Bug Buzz. Now we gotta deal with this guy. We're having a lot of trouble fighting him too. At least we know he goes last. So whatever we're gonna do... Jeez. I think Nuzzle did almost as much. Okay. It's Aqua Tail. If he had an ability, it would be showing off, but I'm sure that's like poison bug type. So why should they be immune to poison? Or to stun? I know it's not an electric type. Program. I think we'll just withdraw him. Guess we'll put in Gyarados. He's got Flying type and he has Intimidate. So he won't be damaged too much by his Fighting type moves. So I assume he has some. At least there's a decent chance he will. He's obviously Poison Fighting type. I sometimes forget because he's blue and a frog, so you definitely think, oh, Water type. But he's actually Poison Fighting. I could have sworn that only his evolved form was Poison Fighting and he started as like Water Poison or something. But obviously not. Well, that fight took a while, didn't it? A lot of these have been. toughest of all the grunts. That was me. I let some little kid beat me. Well, that was just pathetic. We're just gonna let you pass so you can get pulverized by our bosses. What do you have to say? Oh, the same thing? Are they of one mind, one soul, one spirit, one body? These are some nice pillars. I'm guessing there's not any hidden items or nothing. I mean, it's a prime location since there's things to go behind and sneak around. But on the other hand, it'd be kind of anticlimactic too, so there probably wouldn't be. Okay, I don't know where Juniper is. Maybe he's hiding behind one of these pillars so they can gang up on us. But in any case, let's go back to healing. Let's see. Let's see, we have her. I guess we could go with Licky Licky and he can start out a rollout. Or she can. Speaking of which, that reminds me. Oh, he has bad defense. That's interesting. Too bad it wasn't bad special, but that's okay. Special attack. Okay, 90. It's been hitting pretty good then for 90. Alright, well, now we're gonna go fight these guys. I assume. Now, all will end, and everything will begin. With this red chain, I will pry open the portal to another dimension. I command that you unleash your power for me, Palkia, the mythical Pokemon, and the master of space and dimensions. This will bring about the destruction of all things. With everything gone, there will be no fighting and no strife. Feel the dimensions distorting. Only I can stop it. Wow. It's like Willy Wonka's tunnel. This is the mythical Pokemon that created Sinnoh, Palkia, the ancient deity of space and the dimensions. This world cannot be molded into the ultimate world I seek. It's far easier to create an entirely new world than to change this one. A new world in which I am the ruler of all things. I shall become a deity! Wow. You don't think you can just run off now, do you? Hey, Mars. There's no need to rush. I can understand you want to battle our boss real bad, but you'll have to go through me first. After all, you've made me look bad more times than I care to remember. And I'll be next. You might be tough, but this time the gloves are coming off. Oh. I thought you would say kid gloves. Hold on 1 second. Don't you start the party without me. Well, if it isn't the little boy who ran off crying at Lake Acuity. Did you get any tougher since then? We'll beat you 2 on 2. Alright. So it turned out that I unplugged the microphone earlier. It was laying on the... I have the microphone over on this table over here, and that's across from the computer over on my right, and in between that is the seat where I, put my feet. So the cord was on that, going across the whole thing. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they had a very specific strategy going on here. Oh, now I'm glad I kept the recording, because I really want to show what happened originally. Because originally they used Reflect, and they used the, they used Reflect, and the one that was for special attacks. So they used them both at the same time at the beginning of the match, so it seemed extremely coordinated. But they didn't do it this time. Let's go ahead and take that one out. Oh, we're confused. Well, anyway, so I put my feet up to it, and that kind of tugged on the cord, so it pulled it out. But it didn't pull it out all the way, because I think pulling it out all of the way would have made it so that at least it would go to the computer's microphone, but it didn't do that at all either. Okay, well, it's not the same strategy they used earlier, where they decreased the effectiveness of our physical and special attack. But they are still doing a pretty effective strategy of confusing both of us. That's interesting. But at least we're going to be able to take this one out. And maybe he can use Crunch to take the other one out. I don't remember him using Crunch at all last time. So there are some advantages in this version, and there are definitely some disadvantages too. Like him constantly hurting himself, and he could be doing pretty good here. I think we're gonna switch out. I don't really have the patience to do all this again. So, well, I'll talk about it when we get to it. Oh, this happened last time too. Perugly used Dig against the squirrel against Risu, because he's electric type, so he used Dig. And then I decided to switch into Inferni because he has fighting moves against Perugly. So it ends up that her Dig attack would still be super effective either way. So then, of course, I switched into Gyarados like I'm doing now. But Gyarados didn't do very good. It took him a while. See, he went for who was previously the electric Pokemon. That didn't do very much. Let's go for this kind of strategy. Let's make him a monster. I think I did this against Cyrus and it worked out pretty well. They're not doing much damage now, so we'll definitely be able to build them up a bit. Gun tank. I think I'll let Barry take Gun Tank out, because I don't want Gyarados to take the damage. Okay, I guess that's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, that was unfortunate for you. Ooh, Intimidate, eh? Nice Pokemon. We got 2 Intimidates going. This should probably be enough. Oh, for crying out loud. Wait. Oh. Yay. So the interesting thing is, Barry would sometimes use his move. He would move his arm as he was directing his Pokemon, but I couldn't see Barry. I could only see his hand. So I thought there was some weird effect, like because it was Barry, because we had a partner, it would be some kind of weird, you know. It's the same idea. He's waving his hand around to give them direction, but just a hand, not even with the whole attached to the body. But that wasn't it. There actually was a body. It was weird. Wow. Goldblatt. Well, in that case, let's go full Aquatail. I don't like using Aquatail because it can be kind of tricky sometimes, because it can miss. But oh well. Looky, looky. That's up to Raptor. I guess that's not gonna... Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Wow. Thank you, Gyarados. Uh-oh, he's the only one left. I'm not touching that thing. You do your close combat or something, even though it's not very effective. Yeah, thank you. Oh, maybe I am going to have to finish him off. Snarl. Ah. Special defense? Oh, okay, that's fine then. Maybe his next Pokemon will be good against him. That's alright, I suppose. Alright, I'll just be building up power while you do that. That ain't good. I guess it took him out, though. Now we're free to go. Alright, we should be able to do this pretty handily now. Jeez, I should have done the fighting myself. Does she mean, like, she fought us with her bare hands or something? You've toughened up. You're no match for our boss. Heh, my Pokemon are tough, right? I can get even tougher. But you know, that's it for us. We've hit the wall. I'll help you with this. That was nice of him. Hey Andrew, this is it. It's your show now. I don't know why he insists on having it just be me, but okay. I mean, he definitely has... His Pokemon are close enough in level. Oh, Palkia, this is... Fantastic. Beautiful. It's the creation of a new galaxy. My new world. What? Looks like he shouldn't have just tossed them away. He should have gotten rid of them altogether. Red Train! It crumbled away to nothing! But why? Why would Mesprit, the Pokemon of Lake Verity, appear by your side? But never mind that! It's all destroyed! My galaxy is gone! I won't allow this. I will capture those 3 again and craft another red chain. But before I even think about that, I'm going to completely crush you! That looks a little awkward in the chibi sprite. I like the chibi sprite, because that's, you know, how the original game is, but I think it would have looked a little better with his whole body like that. It's not just because it's the original, but it does look fine for, you know, just the regular animations of walking, but for the expression he was going for, it's not quite enough, I don't think. Let's see here. Oh, defog, eh? Is that accuracy? Oh. Okay, weird. Let's see how much this one does. That's pretty decent. He's going to use a full heal after this Night Slash. That was a critical hit. So last time, the Pachirisu dodged like 2 attacks after. I think I might have also paralyzed him. I don't know. But anyway, this time she's not going to be so lucky, so that was kind of crappy. But it was worse than the original. I think I will upload the original just to show what happened with it. Even though, of course, there wouldn't be any commentary, but at least see what's happening. A super potion. Huh. Guess he ran out of the good stuff. I guess it's just as well to build it up here. Oh, maybe he's not going to send out Gyarados right away. Because originally I had Pachirisu out, of course, because Pachirisu finished off the Honchkrow. Honchkrow? And he has a berry that eliminates super effective damage from water types. Or maybe it's not just electric type. Maybe it is all effects that are super effective against flying. No, that can't be it. Because that wouldn't make sense, I don't think. Well, anyway, this would do pretty good now. Wow. That was pretty good. I didn't think it would do that much. Let's see if we can get me to flinch. Not that it'll make much of a... Oh! Now he's in a pinch, but at least he didn't flinch. Knock it off! And he knocked off his walking berry. Weavile. There's a pretty obvious choice with this one. Power up pounds! Well, that being said, I don't want to get too strong because it... Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to upload that anyway. So in that sense... Oh, wow. He really likes those berries. Still did more than half her HP, though, so... It won't make any difference. And we became stronger. Huh. Weird. Well, guess we could... This didn't come up last time either. What did I do? Did Rollout finish her off? Or him? Oh, him. That didn't do much. Crobat. Yeah, I think... Let's see... I guess this is fine. I admit that you had pushed me to this extreme. We don't want to faint him. Ooh. Yeah, I think I ended up doing... because Pachirisu went out, or something like that, we ended up having Gyarados do the Dragon Dance, I guess, strategy. This cannot be. It's not possible that I lose. Yeah. Anyway. Oops. I was making sure that's 100 accuracy. Anyway, so he ended up being so strong that I thought he might take out the Crobat in one hit. And I think he would have. Because if I didn't use Crunch, he would have gotten Stab bonus. I guess Stab bonus is redundant. Anyway, he would have gotten Stab. So he would have taken him out. We're going to get a lot of money because Risu is in the fight. I don't think they have to stay conscious. I do believe we don't need to do that. I won't accept this. The power spoken of in mythology. I didn't just make it obey me. I made it my own. What is truly the ultimate to you? What do you consider perfection? Oh, by the way, he's called Boss here, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure we know his name is Cyrus, and he's been called Cyrus. I think this might be a glitch of some kind. The most beautiful thing, the joy that shines the brightest. Telling you is meaningless, but I will not give up. I will become a deity one day, and I will make the ultimate mine. It's almost kind of sequel bait, because it's like, they just disappear, they don't get apprehended. So it's like, will we see them again? Maybe. Anyway, Palkia, the master of space and dimensions. It's impossible to tell if it is enraged or saddened. But to me, Palkia appears to be waiting for you, Andrew. It seems to be challenging you as a test. Go on. Face up to Palkia. Listen to its heart. Understand its thoughts. Palkia is out of control after being dragged out by the red chain and forced to use its power. Palkia seems to be trusting you to stop it. Andrew, I ran into Barry a little while ago. He said that he believed in you. He said that you could get the job done. I feel the same way. Please help that Pokemon. It's suffering from being dragged out by Team Galactic. So now you fight Palkia. Whoop. Yeah. So this time we don't get healed. Let's see, where is that? I think we ended up doing Power-Up Punch or Dragon Dance, and I ended up fainting Palkia. So that's why I wanted to restart, which was just as well, because it didn't work anyway. The recording, there's a problem with it, as I described earlier. I've done some deliberation, and I decided I'm just going to save the game here, and then I'm gonna stop the recording and make sure it all works, and then I'm gonna save the game, and then catch Palkia in this one recording. Okay, so I just need to do some editing.